Hello.
Hello.
Hi. So you know you're not dressed appropriately for court, right?
I didn't know that until I got here.
All right. So next time you appear in court, you're not allowed to wear the T-straps. If you want to wear that, I know it's hot outside. You'll need to put on a jacket or something. You understand? All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 1728, State of Texas versus Angel Marie Bustos. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Your Honor.
Defense?
Ninfa Gallegos Carrillo.
All right. And are you Miss Bustos?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reasons your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine and the state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 5 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, would like to ask the court to some assistance with the fine. The state has already lowered the fine, so she can,
I'll probate the fine.
okay, thank you, Your Honor. And also, she needs some help with drugs, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any children?
I did, I got 2 of them that are already old enough, 18 and 19, and then my 2 youngest passed away, so no.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you.
All right. When's the last time you had employment?
2019. I'm actually applied for disability.
All right. And what is your disability for?
I have mental illness
And
and
what,
arthritis, 3 types of arthritis and mental illness.
all right. You know, drugs is not helping that, right?
Yeah, I know. I've been try getting off. The withdrawals hurt really bad. I'm tired of it. I really am. I do it only just because of the pain, but I'm trying to get off of it. I do need help.
All right. So who is Melissa Marie Barrera to you?
That's my cousin's baby mama.
Okay, I have to do the mental gymnastics. And who is Mark Anthony Bustos?
My cousin.
All right. And who is the person you're with in court today?
That's my boyfriend.
All right, where is he?
Right there.
All right. All right,
Okay.
thank you. All right. And do you have any family support?
Just him.
Where's your family?
My mom died, my dad died, pretty much everyone passed away. I have my brothers, but one's in prison, the other one I don't talk to. So he's my family.
So that's why we're asking the court for some assistance, Your Honor. She needs some support from this court in order to help her with that addiction.
All right, this is what the court, and if you're drug tested today, it's going to be
It's gonna
positive.
be positive, man.
All right, I appreciate your honesty. Now, I'm going to give you help today, and I know you're probably going to get upset with me about the help that I'm going to give you, but I'm trying to save your life because the last time you use may be the last time you use.
Okay.
So I'm going to do $1,000 fine. It's going to be probated. I'm going to give you 6 years deferred adjudication, proof of employment, or SSI within 30 days. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There should be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. We're going to do the UA hotline. Going to do a TAP evaluation, felony drug court referral, and Esperanza court referral. That's going to take place in custody. I'm going to ask for 120 sober meetings in 120 days. There should be no contact with Melissa Marie Barrera, Mark Anthony Bustos. Gonna want field visits one time per month until further notice, and 200 hours of community service restitution. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
Drug court referral first.
Yes.
Pending outcome, I can't have two referrals.
No, we'll do felony drug court first.
Okay.
And if she's not accepted there, which if you're honest with them, they'll accept you.
Okay.
And then if she's not accepted there, we'll do Esperanza Court. All right, we're off the record. To be successful in this court, you need to make sure that you're in contact with probation. If you feel it as though probation is not addressing an issue with you, you can always come in this court. We'll be here.
Okay.
All right. The other thing is felony drug court is a good program. It's something that you need. You're probably going to need inpatient treatment. But if you are accepted to felony drug court will be monitoring your situation. And they have a judge there, and that judge is Judge Glenn. He'll be monitoring how you're doing. The only time I will see you is if you're graduating, and I'll show up to your graduation, or if they send you back here because they say there's nothing else that they can do.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
And if you want me to show up at your graduation, I will definitely show up to your graduation. Okay.
Thank you.
So what's going to happen today is the deputies are going to take you into custody. If there's anything that you want to see, want to give to your boyfriend, just let them know.
How long is it gonna be?
Yeah.
Because one, you already admitted that you're on heroin. That's not a good thing, because the last time you use could be the last time you use.
Okay.
And because here's the thing, if you could have, you would have at least came in the court sober. So what will end up happening is felony drug court, it's Tuesday. They'll probably be able to get to see her because I'm going to sign the order immediately for them to interview you. So they'll probably be able to see you before this week is out, and you need to let them know that you're interested in being in their program, and then they will take over supervision. If they think you need inpatient treatment, they'll give you inpatient treatment. If they think you need outpatient treatment, they'll give you outpatient treatment. Okay? So you're not going to be there for a month before something happens. So at the latest, felony drug court may interview her next week, but since it's early in the week, they'll probably be able to interview her. And I'm going to send them an email if you have no objections to let them know that
No,
she's
yeah.
on her way.
Okay,
Okay?
all right,
All right. Thank you.
thank you.
Court is calling 2024 CR 4998, State of Texas versus Jennifer Rose Panelli-Huerta. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
James Stumpf, defense.
And are you Ms. Huerta?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That is a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's $1,000 fine that's unagreed to.
That is.
The state is recommending deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2024 CR 5142, and there's $114 restitution to SAPD for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, sir.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 5 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours community service restitution, and no contact with Richard Earl Robbins and Dennis Lee Brooks. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, sir.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
My client was a student previously. She'd like to go back to school and get her life back on track. She's wanting to work towards that and her children.
All right. So who is Richard Robbins
An ex-boyfriend,
and who is David Brooks?
a friend that I had met one night through mutual friends. I don't even communicate with them. I don't even know them.
Do you have children?
I have one, I have a daughter.
And what's her age?
She's 11 months.
And who is she staying with?
With her grandmother. I'm actually on a CPS case at the moment.
And when were you placed on the CPS case?
The day she was born.
All right.
So,
And when was she born?
July 18th.
So why are you with these people when you have a CPS case?
It wasn't like, I was just a ride, to be honest, getting from point A to point B, and they were the only person that I had a ride with, so.
Well, there's VIA.
No,
So let's be honest with me. Why are you with these people? You have a CPS case, which means that Protective Services is watching what you do, trying to make sure that you are an appropriate or would be an appropriate parent. And you are saying you're getting in a car with some guy who's a friend of a friend
Oh, no,
and this
that was a while ago.
ex-boyfriend.
That was, the friend of a friend was a while ago. I haven't talked to that person and.
All right. So why are you in the car with this
Richard.
person?
Richard Earl Robbins, is an ex-boyfriend, so he was helping me out with little things here and there.
Is he the father of your child?
No,
All right. So again, you've been on CPS and I'm sure CPS gave you a service plan to do.
yes.
Have
and
you
I
done any of it?
Yes, I had been following it. I was in, drug counseling classes that I was attending. I was doing UAs for CPS as well. I was just waiting for them to assign me my parenting classes.
All right.
That's what I was
So
waiting for.
drug counseling hasn't been going well for you.
No, it was. And then with the time being of being in here, I did take the substance abuse class. I did finish it. I had gotten into parenting classes in here as well. I brought it all with me to show you that I have been doing everything that I've been doing. Also been in contact with my health counselor as well.
And how old are you?
I'm 25.
All right. So I'm assuming your child was placed with her grandmother as a part of a service plan.
Yes.
So do you have a legal case with them or no?
No, but they just recently served me my papers since I've been in here for 4 months. Her grandmother is wanting to fight for custody of her, so they served me my papers, which I also brought with me to show you, but
And who's your attorney?
I don't have an attorney.
All right. So is it a legal case or not? Because if it's a legal case, they'll give her an attorney.
I haven't looked at that case.
Okay.
This just happened recently, just happened this month, that I got served these papers
All
while
right.
being here incarcerated.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. There's $1,000 fine. That's going to be probated.
That's fine.
So there's going to be $1,000 fine probated. Take in consideration 2024 CR 5142. There's to be restitution of $114 to SAPD for drug testing. There's to be no contact with Richard Earl Robbins and Dennis Lee Brooks. 5 years deferred adjudication. 200 hours of community service restitution. There's to be CPS compliance. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. And the UA hotline. Probation. If CPS is testing her at least twice a month, then I'm fine with y'all relying on CPS testing. All right, so why did CPS take custody of your child?
She came out dirty when she was born.
For what?
Methamphetamines.
All right. There's going to be a referral to felony drug court, and that's going to be in custody. And there's going to be a TAP evaluation in custody, and follow all recommendations of TAP evaluation. She probably needs inpatient treatment somewhere. I can tell you what, on the civil side, they have a drug treatment program for people who have CPS cases. You maybe need to see if you can do that or not. It's completely up to you, but this is what I'm ordering. If for some reason they order you to do their program, their treatment program for mothers who have drug addiction, then they can do that. And we'll come back here and I'll consider changing my ruling. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month. And if felony drug court doesn't accept her, go ahead and do a referral to Esperanza Court as the second option. Probation, is there anything else? All right, and I'm assuming that CPS is going to give you parenting classes. If they do not, let's add parenting classes, but if CPS gives her parenting classes and she completes those, then it'll be acceptable here. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You have an 11-month-old. I always tell people this all the time. You can't have a child and put them at Travis Park and say good luck to you. Children are 100% dependent on their parents to take care of them. For example, your 11-month-old needs somebody to feed her, needs somebody to change her diapers. They need all of that. They need somebody to rock them to sleep. If you are not going to step up to plate and do that clean and sober, then you shouldn't be in that person's life. You understand?
Yes.
And the other thing, do not, and CPS tells you this all the time, and I would have CPS clients and I would tell them, work on your plan. Do not be getting out here and hooking up with another guy. And I say hooking up because that's what it is. Do not be bringing another partner in your child's life until you have yourself together. I love children, but here's the thing. Children are baggage. Consider a child a suitcase. And it's the suitcase when you take it to the airport that it comes back, that it's too heavy and they're going to charge you extra for it. Maybe there are partners out here who will see you with the baby and say, you know what, but I love her and I want to be a second father to her child. But that normally doesn't happen. Usually it's somebody who's looking at your suitcase and thinking, man, this is a very attractive suitcase. Let me get in this household so I can open the suitcase and have fun with the suitcase. Or sometimes you have people who will look at your suitcase and say, I'm tired of carrying this suitcase around. Let me just throw it in the closet or throw it in the street and whatever happens, happens. If you have no plans to do your service plan, if you want to continue to do drugs, just step out of your child's life and let somebody else adopt your child. You understand? From here on out, if there's an issue, talk to your probation officer. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court. All right, good luck to you. Court is calling 2019 CR 4331W, State of Texas versus Jessica Murillo. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Adrian Pettis for the defendant.
And are you Miss Murillo?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Jessica Murillo who was placed on community supervision in 2019 CR 4331W for the offense of bribery on May 1st, 2019 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 5 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Jessica Murillo. They didn't there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January through December of 2022 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Sure.
State?
Your Honor, we'll go ahead and raise the other things.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 5 years in prison and up to a $1,500 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
Revocation, Your Honor.
Defense, what are you requesting?
We're requesting that you continue her with an extension, Your Honor, and I'd like to call her as a witness at the appropriate time.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Justice Murillo.
All right, defense?
Jessica, I'm gonna ask you some questions. Make sure you answer everything truthfully and directly to the point.
Yes,
You did not report to probation in excess of 2 years, correct? What was going on?
I didn't have transportation.
Okay, when did you discover you didn't have transportation?
Um.
Early on?
Yes. at the beginning of the year.
Where were you
All right,
living?
So let me stop you right there. Here's the thing. Court reporter has to take down everything that's being said. You're
Okay.
mumbling. I know she can't hear, or she's straining to hear. I can't hear you because my allergies are acting up today.
Okay,
All
so,
right, so you need to keep your voice up so everybody can hear.
yes, Judge.
Yes, talk quite loud to almost to where you think you're shouting.
Yes,
Were you
sir.
living here in San Antonio?
No,
Where were you living?
in Floresville.
Okay. And does the Via bus go out to Floresville?
No, it doesn't.
And were you reported in San Antonio or were you supposed to report in San Antonio?
Yes, sir.
Did you have contact with your probation officer?
No, I didn't.
Were you aware that you could have asked for your probation to be transferred to Floresville?
I wasn't.
You said you never had contact with your probation officer?
I did, I reported 2 times, I believe. It was 2 times, and then I stopped.
And did you know how to reach your probation officer by telephone or email?
I did.
And did you contact him by telephone or email?
I did not.
Did you have anything going on in your life aside from lack of transportation?
I mean, I was not living at home,
Where were you living?
just on the streets.
You were homeless at the time?
Yes.
Okay. Living on the streets of Floresville?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
With all due respect, Jessica, were you on drugs at the time?
At the time I was.
Okay. You're sober now?
I'm sober. I've been sober for 1.5 years.
Very good. You would like the judge to continue you on probation, even if it means you start in the 5 years all over again. Is that right?
That's correct.
You understand, frankly, there's no excuse for not reporting, right?
No excuses. If I get this second chance, no excuses. I will even be outpatient.
Do you live in San Antonio now?
I live in Floresville.
You're
But
still
I
in
have
Florida?
transportation now.
You do?
Yes, I do.
And now you're also aware you could request a transfer to Wilton County, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. How long have you been in jail up to now?
Going on a month and on the 26th, I'll be up.
Okay. Do you think you've learned your lesson?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I can't do this.
You understand that in the event the judge continues you on probation, you're probably on your last chance. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that there might be conditions that you have to abide by that frankly aren't a whole lot of fun and might be a pain.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with whatever.
I'll pass the witness.
This is your third motion to revoke, is that correct?
Excuse me?
This is your third motion to revoke your probation. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, no further question, John.
All right, so you've been here previously before for not reporting. So if you didn't understand the first time to call probation if you're having issues, most definitely when you were here before for failure to report, you would have understood that. You have not been on probation in this court. And let me explain why. The reason why I say that is because you have done nothing. What have you done on probation? What condition have you completed on probation? All right. And then the last time you were here before me, and it was me because this is my writing, I recognize it.
Yes. sir.
It was a violation of condition number 5, which is not reporting. I denied the motion. And the prosecutor, it wasn't this prosecutor, but another prosecutor asked for 0 tolerance. And I told people, I really don't do 0 tolerance. You just need to do what you're being asked to do. But
Yes, Judge.
they said, no, judge, please, 0 tolerance. And I wrote down 0 tolerance. You were to do a UA by 11:30 a.m. on January 12th, 2021. There was to be weekly Zoom reporting until further notice. and they were gonna patch you. And then you just disappeared. And we haven't seen you since. So there's no reason for me not to grant the motion. You don't want to do probation. You want to do your own thing. So I'm going to grant the motion to revoke. I'm going to sentence you to the 5 years in prison. I'm going to give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. And I'll order the therapeutic community. The therapeutic community doesn't increase the time that you're in custody, but hopefully it will help you with whatever drug issues you may have. I can't force them to place you in the therapeutic community, but you can ask them and they'll see that I've requested it. And so that will probably be your best bet to help you, because you obviously have a major drug problem, but I can't help people who don't want to be helped. All right, we can go off the record. How many children do you have? One. All right. So here's the thing. The last time you use, maybe the last time you use, do not put your child or your family members in a situation where they have to identify the body of somebody who's in a field and they say, well, we think it's your mom. And then you know what will end up happening? They will have to identify your body and say, yes, that's our mom. Don't do that. When you get out of prison, if you can't find a place to help you with your drug problem or to stay on track, if I'm here, you can always come back to here and I will direct you to a place that is free. I will pick up the phone, personally call them so you can get there. You understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you, okay? All right, the court is calling
Yes, ma'am.
trial court cause number 2019 CR 4331W and Court of Appeals number 0424000362 CR. Jessica Murillo versus the state of Texas. And could I have party announced for the record, please?
Judith Wemmert, I'm here for Miss Carrillo.
And are you Miss Maria?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Jessica Murillo.
All right, the questions I'm going to ask you is in regards to questions from the Fourth Court of Appeals.
Yes, ma'am.
The first thing is, do you desire to continue with your appeal?
No, ma'am.
All right, so are you withdrawing your request to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And have you had ample time to discuss with your attorney the nature of the appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Attorney Wemmert, is there anything you would like placed on the record?
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Miss Murillo filed this notice of appeal through her previous attorney, Adrian
Pettis.
Pettis, the same day, on or about the same day she was sentenced in this court. And what she understood the appeal might be able to do for her is have this court reconsider the sentence and hopefully reduce it. I've explained to her that's not how an appeal to an appellate court would work in her situation. She understands that. We also discussed that her 5-year sentence would mean she would have to serve 1/4 of that before she's eligible for parole. And her concern was that she really didn't think she could do 5 years for lots of personal reasons. But she's realized now that after about 1 year and 2 months, she's eligible, which is probably pretty soon. So she's pretty happy about that. So I've explained all of that to her. And so, yes, I'm in agreement that she understands what's going on and no longer wants to pursue the appeal.
All right, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, we can go off the record. Ms. Ferguson, if you will do a order sheet, and if you will put the appellate court cause number on it at the top, and also the trial court cause number. And then what we'll do is, if you can write in that she's withdrawing her appeal, Marco, if you can swear her in for that, and then she can sign off on it. All right?
All right, great.
All right,
Thank you,
thank
Judge.
you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'll be back.
We need a tour.
Okay? This door is cool. Come in for this door.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, you can go for the garage door. You
There's a
want?
garage door.
Yeah.
Show me the garage door.
Oh. Okay, you have to just go around. Here, ta-da! Garage door.
Oh, look at that.
You want to come in?
Sure.
Okay. Just one. Come right there. I'm probably like, ooh, that's good. That's yes. Why you have your white on?
I'm videotaping for Gaga.